Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove financial recovery services from their credit report. And in many cases, this is without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing exactly what the next best step is to take. Now, I want to say that this doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that financial recovery services or any of the other accounts for that matter on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf, zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just simply want the accounts removed from your credit report, we can absolutely help with that too. Just call us today. Our number is in the description. And with that, what I want to do with the rest of this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company and in the process answer some that I'm sure you've had. And the first one is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with financial recovery services? Okay. I put this one at the top of the list because really we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are actually taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question, honestly, until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So there's no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000, you could refuse to pay $1 million, whatever, it doesn't matter. You will not be arrested or get jail time for the amount. So now, who is Financial Recovery Services and why are you seeing them on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts, like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? So an example would be, let's say that you have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. Financial Recovery Services could, in theory, come along and buy that debt, but maybe just for $100. Now, they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So, yeah, these companies make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is actually the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not actually remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest and really could just be a waste of money. In rare cases, paying debts can even hurt your score further. But in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I want to say, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you, again, may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So next question is, should you negotiate a settlement with Financial Recovery Services? Well, settling your debt with Financial Recovery Services really depends on your goal, okay? Typically, if you are wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option, okay? Now, why is that? Because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. So instead, we always recommend you work with an expert like us to review these accounts, okay? And if certain issues exist with the accounts, then they may be removed. And this is a win-win, right? You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't ultimately help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect, okay? Moving on, which leads right into this. How do you remove financial recovery services from your credit report? So it works like this. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. It's that simple. I will say it's a little more involved than it might seem, but that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it. But, I would say be prepared to invest some time into it. It may take weeks or months to really learn and understand how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it'll be done properly the first time, and you can save yourself that extra time, and we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with financial recovery services accounts many times, and I can say they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get financial recovery services to stop calling you? Yeah, as I mentioned, they're going to be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt they purchased, which in turn just means that the only reason they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will financial recovery services try suing or garnishing my wages? Well, financial recovery services suing is unlikely. I'll start by saying that. It can happen, it does happen, but really, in our experience, it's pretty rare. There's just a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, then they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with financial recovery services? So yeah, you have the right to dispute any of your debt the financial recovery services has purchased. The Financial Recovery Services is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and also, as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated. I get it. But they really provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. You can call us. That's what we're here for. We can discuss your options with you. Again, you'll see our number in the description below. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching.